Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I know I haven't uploaded really anything in months, but I've been working. Thought I'd give you a little kind of build update, because this is really long term for everything. And just an overall update on, stuff. Truck Masters meet last weekend. Top notch, amazing. The turnout that we had this year for both meets. We didn't think that it was gonna explode nearly like that and have that many trucks of various makes, gas, diesel, doesn't matter. It was just pretty amazing. So, with me working so much, it's been hard to post up videos and post up any new updates with the truck and stuff. I had to put my little Saturn back together. That cost me some money. You'll probably see a little bit of it in the background. But, it's still working. It's coming along. Slowly but surely. Got a whole bunch of wiring done today that I've needed to do for a couple years. That way people don't keep tripping over it in the back seat, and I gotta keep redoing connectors, and oh, it's a pain in the butt. I just got so much wiring in this truck, it's insane, and it's all wired up to different places, and it's fun. But yeah, truck's holding up good. Got to do some maintenance on it this winter, but nothing super major that can't handle. But it's getting to be that time. Anyway, let's hop out of the truck and show you some updates of what all I've done in the past months since I haven't seen you guys. Actually, start right here at the truck. New head unit. Very nice. I love it. If some of you were at the truck meet, you probably noticed my front doors are a different color. They are a different color is because, ooh, I'm all dark. Because I'm tired of all the dents and all that. So, there you have it. I have plans to swap the internals of these front doors over, because these are manual crank, manual locks, all that. The wiring harness doesn't cope with the truck. These doors are off a 2001 truck. So I gotta get my window motor over, get the window regulator over, move the electronics over, and do all that. And then she's getting something done to her that makes sense, and I should have done it a long time ago, but I didn't. The back doors, they have been replaced as well. See, look, no more molding, all gone. They had too much stuff going on with them and didn't want to really put the time and effort to go to a body shop. It's cheaper just to buy new doors and put them on. So that's what I did. But the biggest thing we got going on here in terms of updates is I put a headache rack on the truck, and I'm really liking it. Gonna have to move some stickers around, unfortunately, because you can't really see them much anymore, but you still get the point across. I'll turn you guys around and give you a look. And there it is, the headache rack. I relocated my directional bar for my emergency lights onto the rack. Relocated my little dinky top beacon bar to the rack. Got my CB antenna mounted on a rack. I'm going to put my XM radio antenna on there as soon as I get some zip screws. I also got these cute little pods. So backing up at night is so much better, even though I already have the LED tailgate, LED backup light upgrade put on the truck. Had those for years. Figured I'd get a little bit more out of it by adding these little pods. Yes, there's condensation in it. They're not the most expensive pods in the world, but hey, they're super bright and they work. So that's pretty much my update with her. Not really doing anything big or major to it. Got my boat in the water after blowing out the water pump. Take my boat out for one day, close the water pump again. So needless to say, that's kind of a bummer, or else I would have videotaped more of that. I don't know. She just kind of is what she is. And, you know, sucks working too much, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do to keep the bills on track and keep the bills paid. Because without that, there is no build and there is no stock content. Then I'm trying to think of new interesting content for you guys, but it's kind of hard. But I'll figure something out. Actually, how about this? Let me flip on all my lights for all of y'all who didn't attend the truck show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 7. Yeah, too many buttons. Too many buttons. Needs new hinges. The only way to do it is weld it. So, there you go. I absolutely love these little lights right here. I freaking love them. They're from China. I got them off Wish, but anybody else making lights like this, you want to send them to me? I absolutely love lights, as you guys can tell. I'll definitely do reviews on lights in the future. I need some lights that go down here, because this one was amazing. It has like 20 flash patterns on it or something crazy, and it's a dual head, as you can see, but the computer board's messed up. It needs a new one. And all the ones I can find are really lame, like this one. Needs more flash patterns, need to be more crazy. So, you guys out there with your lights and whatnot want to show off some new product, put it on my truck. I'll definitely do reviews for you guys and all of that. Definitely. This is not the prettiest truck in the world, but sure is a showstopper sometimes when you show up to the truck meet. As soon as my truck rolled in the second time, Josh was all over it. If you look on the last truck meet, I mentioned up there. So oh, one thing I did want to talk about, as you can see here and here, this is a turn signal now. Deleted my daytime running lights, wired it in with this turn signal, but I didn't want that long bar that goes across like the older trucks, so left it like that. This is an LED, this is not, because reasons. Don't want to get the resistors. I have so much wiring in this truck and got to replace half of it. Most of the connectors have been done over 3 or 4 times. It's kind of ridiculous. So I just left it like that, and it looked pretty good like that. And when the lights are off, it's just normal, so both of them flash. But you see it's a little bit of a sequential thing going on. The LED is more precise. The incandescent kind of fades it a little bit, so it's kind of like a taper almost for a turn signal, which I think is pretty neat. And those little ones down here, that one, got them offline too. They're from China, but I want something a little bit nicer than those, a little more easy to work on. Even though these are easy as hell, it's 3 wires, a momentary switch, and power and ground, but I don't have momentary switches hooked up in the truck for every single light, or else that would be insane for the wiring. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, hoping to get this bad boy bumper here off the truck so I can get all that old junky original paint off of it and repaint them, so I'm not peeling chunks of paint off all the time when I go do some wiring. And I have to do that to the rear as well. Now, if any of you guys know what's going on, because I've had this issue since I bought these taillights. They're very similar to Bertrand's 850s and Josh's. Why does it do this when the lights are on? Here, I'll show you the other side. See how this outside is still being lit up and then lights up that? Why does this all flash at once on the other side? If I could get some help with that, much appreciated. I've swapped out the connectors, put resistors in, taken resistors out, fixed grounds, and all it does is this when the lights are on. I mean, granted, the 4-way flashers are on as well, but why does this whole thing flash as a turn signal is what I want to ask. Why doesn't the ring, why doesn't it only light up the center square in this bracket and leave the ring illuminated? I don't know. It's confusing. Exhaust is another thing I'm going to do to the truck here pretty soon. Make it a true 5-inch. That's what I want to go for, rather than this 3 to 3.5 to 4 mess that I have right now. But yeah, if you guys want to ask me any questions in the comments or whatnot, feel free. I'm more than happy to answer your questions about solid axling a truck, bumpers, lights, wiring, all that stuff, you know, for the truck. More than happy to answer all your questions about it. It's a real pretty day out. About to be fall. The snow's coming. The snow is coming. Oh, got new tires after the first truck meet. Came back there and my old General Grabbers, they were drag slicks. Yeah. They were great in sand and mud and all that, but Not really good for highway, not really good for towing, because this truck tows 10 to 12,000 pounds, so it's got to do it. It's got to have a tougher tire. But they did not work out very well in the snow. Not at all. Snow is not good for those tires. I do not recommend them for that. But these tires I got on the truck now, recommended to me by Alex up there at Perry Truck Sales in Perry, Michigan. They're a little pricey, not as much as the Generals were, but a much higher quality, better made tire from what I can see so far. I've got probably 3,000 miles on them now, 3,500 miles on them now. Yeah, I drive this truck a lot. So does my girlfriend. These are the Cooper Discoverer STT Pros. They are supposed to be 35, 12.5, 17, but Cooper doesn't make sizes like that, so it's a 315, 70, 17. 315, 70, 17 is the setup I run on my truck for just an overall do-it-all type of vehicle. So that's it today, guys. If you got any more questions, like I said, put them in the comments. And if y'all want to send me stuff, all that. Truckmaster's channel, Dalton's channel. Finally got to meet up with Backroad. He's a pretty cool guy. All that stuff will be down below somewhere. Remember to like, subscribe, ring that dingy-ding button, even though it might not go off very often, but still click on it. You might get a ringy-ding here and there. But catch you on the flip side.